Hey guys, I've had some requests to do a mouse cage tour, and I thought I would just combine it with me cleaning the cage. Just so you guys know, this is a 20-gallon tank. For cleaning their stuff, I use a spray bottle filled with half white vinegar and half water, and some paper towel. So the mice just go into this little carrier while I clean their cage, and they clean themselves apparently. For bedding, I use cat litter. It's called Yesterday's News, so it's made out of recycled newspaper. So they're just little pellets, and the reason I use these is because they're 100% dust free. I usually just put an inch deep. I have an odor eliminator here from PetSmart. It's just carbon in a plastic mesh bag. It absorbs the ammonia in the air, so it helps with the smell. It's amazing for mice. Of course, one of the most important things is a water source. And water bottles for tanks can be really hard to find, at least where I live. So I have to tape it onto the sides, which is kind of a pain. The only tape I've found that works is Gorilla Tape. I use ceramic bowls for them. This is just from PetSmart, and the reason I use ceramic is because it's hard to tip over and they can't chew it apart like they can with plastic. Mice, of course, love to burrow and make nests, so one of the best beddings you can use for that is toilet paper and tissues. I will normally just take these and just fill the cage with them as much as possible. A wheel is super important for mice, or two. I usually do two if I have 3 or more mice, just because they can kind of fight over it. Silent spinner wheels are my personal favorite, just because they are really quiet. They're not made of wire mesh, so their tails and feet don't get caught. If you're going to use one for mice, use the next size up from the very smallest size. The very smallest size is way too small for mice, and they actually can't fit in it. Hideouts are super important for them to feel safe. My mice also love these little hay nests. They're made for birds, actually. So just some fun things for them to chew on and play with. There are these applewood sticks that you can get at the pet store. Things like egg cartons are awesome. My mice absolutely love these. I usually break them in half and use one half at a time, and I'll just give it to them like this, and they'll chew it apart, they'll make holes in it, they'll use it as a little nest. I actually have this part of like a cup holder from like a fast food place. So yeah, I give that to them, usually upside down, and they crawl underneath. I actually had these little wooden blocks that were from the dollar store. They're in the craft section. It's another thing that they can play with and chew on that's awesome for them. And of course, my personal favorite are paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls. Mice absolutely love these. They're great to chew on. They're good for wearing their teeth down. They're little tunnels. They make holes in them. They make nests in them. I have this super cute hide that I think is actually meant for hamsters, but it doesn't matter. I think it's made of resin or ceramic, and it kind of looks like a little hide at home. So something I found at a pet store recently was this big nest made for birds. I filled it with little pieces of fleece because it's getting colder these days. So I just kind of set it there, and I like to set things so that I can see them through the glass. So I actually hang a couple things in here during the colder months. There is a bird hammock made of this soft, warm material. The next thing I have is a homemade hammock that I got from somebody. It's made of fleece. And for both of these things, I use pipe cleaners to hang them to my mesh metal roof. I actually haven't had these two girls during the cold months, so they've never actually had these things, so I'm excited to see how they react to them. Something I almost forgot was some Timothy hay. I just put a handful in there. Timothy hay is actually great for mice. So there we go. The mice are back home and very happy to be so. I know Pierre is going to be the first to check out this hammock. I'm going to do a separate video on their food because I do a homemade mouse mix. Don't steal. Delphi is not hand tame. She's the black and white one. Pyrrha, the one you're seeing here, is very hand tame. She's been tame since the day my friends got her for me. Told you she'd be the first one. She likes being up high, so I think she's very excited about this. There you go. A whole new world. So exciting. Oh my goodness. I hope this was fun for you to watch, and if you have mice of your own, I hope that this was helpful in any way. Keep calm and stay shiny, and we will see you in my next video. Bye. Sleepyhead.